private or secure room, or we have special codes to get in and out of secret stuff like that. We'll be ignoring them. And I mean, it's so important to be respectful in another culture when you're invited in. Learning 20, 30, 50 words in another language where you're having to be tours or things. And it's a marvel how it opens up people that show your certain interest. I would go, I was supposed to do this. I would put my right edge. I went between a couple of basics walking by. To be guards looking like that. They would have to invite me over to have, to eat with them. Working on something. And I take a couple of swim over and secondly, I never got it. The first person to eat in the mess hall, the dining hall for the permanent interior, they planned it the first one. It's just the cultural ignorance and arrogance. One of the things that comes out of like, all right, we're very, very fortunate. I stayed in Bond with a 15-year mortgage. We can't get to them. And every time I go there, there's a big place in France, Germany, Italy, Austria. I can't imagine, your neighbor's dead, the house is blown up, the neighborhood is destroyed, your home is gone, bring the street with a suitcase like that. I can't imagine our two oceans are protected us from the horrors of war. And unfortunately, it's isolated us culturally, dramatically, not economically, but to be sense like that. That's why the rest of the world. That's what's unfortunate. Even our secretary, I think, never left. Now, part of our reasoning from many texts we failed. The corruption, drugs, the insensitive cultural sensitivity or not that knowledge. You could say like the race rate, migrate, that it's wonderful actually. That's a little bit of the reason. It's super fortunate to travel and save. Oh, $1,500 mortgage in France. You know how you can pay like $1,500 more on your mortgage on Canada? Well, the bank figured out we paid off 115 years to pay full interest. Nothing about that. Also, or how much life insurance you think you have to have a mortgage insurance regardless. Once you pay 20% of the mortgage, part of it. But you have to get that off. They work with their lobbyists. Put that forward ready. Things will develop in there. I don't know how far behind I'm going to get on timing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll take questions during it. I don't know whether I should be during or at the end. Depends on how quick I can speak, not get too carried away. Everybody who's been in it must be almost physically fit. Well, one that 20 years, that's the money we spent, and way we left it. I'm okay. Let's say I'm never graduate student. That even I find it inexcusable and tragic the manner we left during our trouble. I mean, we were beautiful over here. We did nothing. And unless you were in college with law, you may have gotten out. We had an northern section. The northern section was the German assistance. They were Western Italian. British were down in the south. Americans over here in the east. And they're they're back there, and there is actually a assassination attempt. A big deal. There is police, the army, things are coming down. So, and when you cannot go, you're not going to secondary school, you're being flushed out of a lot of other positions. They say now, oh, come on, you can't go for 5 kilometers. Oh, let's say 20, 30 miles without a mail. And that doesn't go back. We were bamboozled for an entreaty negotiation. But I feel we were bamboozled for an entreaty negotiation. Leading to Dubai, leading up to this. That was, my opinion, a useless, horrible, we were completely bamboozled negotiation. I guess just let go for you. Thank you. Go on. So I have some unpopular opinions. But no. 27 months. 3 Christmases.
Oh, no.
Yeah, oh, 70. Since we're at church, I was moving, second off moving, spend my life. I was quite off moving before the union, but right in line from the shop. About second off moving, we go to 7 at the train station. Had all with that idea that the water tower was very key point across something that we're all in nature that we're at all the great national culture delegations, great fun. The voters were inquired of their nation. The multiple readings of Christmas Eve, these are all given in a native language. First, our chief. Sorry, everybody that's normally people more sensitive or emotional like it. We kind of affect me. The security system of the NATO organization that was in charge of it. Yes. That's intimidated interruption. I raised the rocks and I finally wanted to finish something. They're gonna write articles, you can type someplace, write articles, and you don't have to come back. Because I had to say that I had contact state statistics of the police training centers. How many were there, how many were sick, how many were on leave, how many ran off, how many were in class, yeah. And I was told the question. So the question back. Then you have like red and yellow on the little chart. I made a talk. Damn guy, I cried off from the museum, and that's why I left the army 3 years active duty because I spoke in my mouth. I didn't like it. And if you want to make a career in the army, you don't do this. So after 3 years, I don't need this. There's another thing that happened too. I went to a special combat school, air assault, and when my chief orthopedics was my first leader, he said, you know, you're not going to stay in the house for your ears. If you don't get promoted, unless you happen to do extra things, so medical is not part of the army, as opposed to how many of the other quotas we get. And so I went to the first school. I came back to chief orthopedics, yelled at me in a meeting room. I didn't research. Anyway, okay, I guess should I start? All right, okay. How do these slides show?
We'll get you there. Hang on just a second.
Okay.
You were moving your background around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move around here a little because thing in the ground. Okay, welcome to Afghanistan. This is how things work. It actually makes a lot of sense if you go to detail. This has so much detail and just gives you an idea about our paperwork, paper pushers, people in the offices doing stuff that justify their existence, as opposed to going out in the bushes and doing actual help to people. Just my 30 minutes, I arrived in Kabul, waiting for the Brits to come pick me up. There's 30 minutes. Okay, something blew up. Welcome to Afghanistan. And you'll find out, I worked later on, I worked with this organization, the NATO medical headquarters, and they have these things all over the place, which is not, they do that regardless. Anyway, I ignored it, a bunch of people ignored it, and our workaround was we declared the cats working animals, got a small budget, other than sterilize them, rabies them, which actually makes a lot of sense, because then by having empty space, the city council, by having controlled rabies, and sterilized cats, you get them off the keeps. For protective orders, and, avoid trouble. People are ordering, you can order also, Afghanistan, like a US post office, you order all kinds of stuff, US rates, people would bring ordering cat food. I'm a cat person. So this is my second trip, when I'm walking up to check in. Like that. And also, the computers and everything like that, was twice to Afghanistan. Catch this, I walk into the headquarters for the US command, who are you, and what are you doing here? Twice. You know, my child evaporated, nobody told me like that, and then they have colonels arguing, what are you gonna do with me? So, and this is an difference, okay, one of the things is, I have my own SUV, own SUV, you're actually safer there, keep it dirty, remove the jammers of the equipment to block signals, if you use the phone or things or garage door when they're gonna trigger off explosives. We're in a city or close by, so you don't need that, kept it dirty, kept it alone, in the road traffic, so you're actually safer than a convoy, you're less of a target in being an individual as opposed to in a convoy. Like that. As a matter of fact, when people, we get stuck in traffic, we get worried like that. And I go like this, the next guy, next to me like this, I'm trying to be friendly, so I'm out of the traffic job. But anyways, so the risk I do, here's how we get to the base, we don't get targeted, we're on a 4-lane traffic, against traffic, welcome to Afghanistan. That's how they drive. Again, we aggregate all the drivers like this, all the military vehicles, all over this capital like that. So we got people, another reason we got people aggregate. As a podiatrist, I would never think I would be doing this. And as a matter of fact, no podiatrists have officially been to Iraq or Afghanistan. Others have been like me on other duties, but no one has ever been sent there on an official podiatrist capacity. Okay, basically, when a country has access to water, it has like the Mediterranean, even rivers of the Vikings, or especially the Europeans, the Atlantic Ocean, not the Pacific. You have power, you have diplomatic, economic, cultural, and military power. You have that. Here's you heard of the Silk Road, the Tiger Path up and through here. There's some of the trading going on all about the 1300s from those all and such. We went earlier than this. So again, if you're landlocked, you're up a creek. You have no power whatsoever. And additionally, everybody's gonna be walking through your backyard with computers. So it's back in the middle of this. So you get upset. Oh, and about the power, Europeans, because you have the military power like that can take over the New World, the Central now, North America, South America, and this conflict, political statement, 9% of it, or 89% of the Native Americans, indigenous, died off of the disease, and the ones that we didn't die off, then we subjugated, converted, things like that. It's another whole question of stuff that. But anyways, it's in the middle, but it got aggravated, everybody's in our backyard. And again, it's terrible terrain, but tribes like them. And then the expression, graveyard empires. Here's a great idea. Everybody in the jungle going through there. I mean, if you're powerful, like the Moguls and Genghis Khan and like Alexander the Great around 300 or so, you have the power behind, so you can't subjugate. If you don't have massive power, you get the people upset. Guerrilla warfare is the most efficient thing if you're not powerful. And that's what they did. And even Alexander the Great's empire. Back into here, when he got to India, they got to the Soviets said, we're tired, we're sick, we're too far from home, we're not going any through. And okay, you may have heard of the Great Game in the 19th century, 1800s. What happens here, here's Russia, British possessions. Russia was trying to expand into the Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, other stands now like that. And Britain was getting worried. She said, okay, we need a buffer zone. We're going to have to stop them. Let's take over Afghanistan. The same way, presently, Pakistan uses Afghanistan as a buffer as an extension against India. Pakistan and India hate each other. And there's a real risk of a nuclear war. They both have nuclear weapons on that. They hate each other. Well, Pakistan hates each other. They've already had some wars. Pakistan lost them. But anyways, Britain, there were 2 wars Britain did. And the thing is, this is a great ambush. This is on my right, the Italian base. These are the Khyber Pass, part of the Khyber Pass. Great ambush area. So you can see, shoot down on people like that. We're coming out of the Italian convoy. and we're exposed here. Well, Britain said, okay, we're gonna make a buffer zone, we're gonna take over Afghanistan, use that as a buffer zone, let's send a bunch of people in. Didn't work. Okay, well, we better get out of here. Well, the trouble was, they had 600 Brits, another 4,000 other soldiers, 12,000 hangers on, women, children, hangers on, logistics, things like that. One person at our English position made it out. They were ambushed, sick, disease, ambushed, they continue away. Okay, second Anglo-American War didn't go off much better. So here's what this mouse is called, the pigeon mouse. And you know, this can be generalized in the Mideast to Africa and here. These are the various tribes and ethnic groups and like that. So often in Africa, the Middle East, and here, outside colonial powers impose their boundaries, which have nothing to do with the native populations, the tribes, ethnicity, things like that. And that's where a lot of the trouble we get in the Middle East, in Africa, and here in Afghanistan. You know, that's why Pakistan, there's a significant population shared here, so that's why it's now that run back there to get medical care, to refuel, rearm, run back and forth. That's another reason we lost Afghanistan. There's a sanctuary across the border, but you never get to them. I think it extrapolated that political thing maybe similar to Vietnam, that's another whole category of political factors where we screw in Afghanistan. Then you have the political boundaries which have nothing to do with the native areas. That's another problem. You're within only the state itself, within only the country itself, you can see the various tribes on it. There's no sense of nation. Now, for a country to do well, you have to have a sense of nation overriding tribes, ethnicities, states, or have you like that. But it's not in Afghanistan. I went out in the bushes, like 30 missions to the French. And no one in the villages had any, could say anything benefit from the central government. Plus, the central government was so corrupt. And everybody else, you know, look, this the local police, the district police, the governors, and like that. Another part. The troop chief. There were these were tribe nomads, and everybody kind of go across Afghanistan and Pakistan, and nobody wants them. I'm not in my backyard. And they basically set the tents, graze their sheep on this terrible land, which you can hardly find anything for the animals. Moving back and forth there. I'm in the way here. And you can, you know, the train, you can ship around through here. Go for great, I mean anything. So you have to have children taking pictures. And allow me to go to my note on a photography. And how do you get money too? It's perfect, great. Matter of fact, you have goats and sheep in city areas. It's a cheap way to take your grassy areas along interstates, different changes, things like that. Because they'll graze, they'll keep things nice and neat. Some cities are money using that also ecologically. And they also use camels for probably one hump. Use that for transportation. The hump is actually the red blood cells are the ones that store the water. It is not stored in the hump. The hump is actually fat cells. And heard another nation, another group, they are homeless. You know, across these areas, we heard about the way Turks were attacking, declaring everybody as a terrorist, that's occurring like that. And in Iran, in her case, there is no sense of nationality in Iran. You have the Kurds, the Shiite, and the Sunni areas. And that's the thing with Afghanistan, I need to just break it up. You need a sense of nation to overrule and override your local biases and to develop the economic develop. Somebody got this idea, I think the Wall Street Journal did it. Let's break up the Mideast along the actual ethnic tribal lines. That might help save a lot of the fuss and the arguments and the wars and the battles going on and the terrorism and what have you. Where we stay, hopefully we do not stay too often in places like this. That's a bunker, I think with the bottom like that. We get a lot of indirect, a lot of rockets coming in, and a lot of time things. So this one and I provide space just scoot in there. Now, containers. Containers are markets. You hardly see it here at all. You take a container, you know, these shipping containers on the flatbed, you do magnificent things. You can make offices, bedrooms, hospital rooms, things like that. And they're that's ready-made ladder. No quite by ladder, make your own. Here's what they're doing. They're starting to convert these. Clean them out, put them in those stores in the cabinet. Here's one of the places one has to stay. These are HEFCO areas. They're great. Chain link, outside fabric, and stone, squares, and dirt, sand, gravel, what have you. They're wonderful barriers against rockets, small arms fires, artillery, things like that. So here we have 12 of these containers, 24 years ago, 48 containers stacked in the central hallway. And it was wonderful. We had double rooms for the higher officers and like that, 4 if they were lower. There are marvelous things you can do with them. Oh, they're the Macedonians. They were, of course, things go bad. So there's a separate contingent, separate nation, rescue if things go bad. That's when it's. So they were stacked up in like the offices or all the offices here. And these little portable decon. So we were really cozy and I. When I changed back the second time it came back, they were terribly overcrowded. And so they said, well, you can hang around in the tent in crummy weather for a few weeks before you come and stuff. However, we have this colonel, a bird colonel. Colonels are big here, all kinds of benefits and such. So we have this colonel, didn't want to be in a moldy room. Would you want it? Oh, private room on a base that's overcrowded, not sleeping in a tent for weeks? I'll take it because they have a bunch of Clorox on my tent. Then the next day, they came and cleaned it out. They came and dug it out, reclassified it like this. So it was the 12 months I was there, I was so happy. Private room is unheard of, even though it's done colonel. By the way, this is the place we stay. Later on, I think a few days later, I found out it is called the Alamo. That means basically you rent a house around the base. If anything goes bad, they lock down the base, shut all the gates, everybody's on the perimeter, on the walls, trying to defend them like that. We're on the outside, we're locked down, we're on our own. So that's the sandbags and things like that. Basically, you kept your weapon with you in the shower. No kidding. I mean, you ate with it, slept with it, went out with it, broke with it, read with it, whatever like that. I had calluses on this finger from this weight the weapon all the time like that. And you got to give someone to watch while you're in the shower, but it's always at your side. This is what I say, the guy is a medical person. I never would agree to so you're given minimum every couple of years weapons training in the medical field like that. Technically, you're supposed to defend the patients in the hospital. Okay, you have minimum like that. But the Geneva Conventions and this and that, how many things finished through? With the terrorists and things like that, it does not count. Anyways, problem was the Alamo. We were lucky. Oh, my first mission there after like the French base. The French base, how many travel on its stomach? They travel on a gourmet restaurant. It's amazing to live at a gourmet restaurant. It was wonderful. I speak French well. I'm comfortable with foreigners. So they said, okay, you're going to go between the regional headquarters, French base, and the national headquarters, the training base in Kabul and such. So I was sent there and reports back on my dad. I went out 3 times on the bushes on medical missions. Medcast. It's basically getting meds. We can't take care of diabetes, high blood pressure, things like that. We can't give them lots of medicine. It's basically put the relations to keep life. And you try to take care of them immediate things, give them some medicine like that. We try to develop public relations, the hearts and minds, try to be nice with people, show that you care, that kind of thing. And that's why I was saying that they don't benefit from the national government. In that part of the conversation earlier. So anyways. And some of the other meals like that. Some of the other accompaniments. Or have ice cream, we make selection of ice cream. However, would you want wine with your dinner? And it was forbidden to have any wine. And Bob and Wade, I think they had 0.5% beer. And so I'm not a beer, you don't want to. But anyways, I think a lot of guys said, and women, sorry. If I use men or he like that, understood there's an awful lot of brave, courageous women who sacrifice themselves. Say men and women understood. And then we just sort of, I'm in a French base. I'm going to live like I'm going to eat like French. I'm going to have my mind. And the thing is, everybody from the other bases from the British, none of the Italians were, the Brits and Americans were finding all kinds of excuses for admitting to go out to the French base. And of course, it's like 400 different cheeses in France, and here's a small selection of them. I was so lucky. And even at the part of the down things that they went between the American base and the national headquarters, NATO base, they did pretty well there too. And next day, I wasn't supposed to get away with certain things. Be careful like that. It takes 3 to 5 seconds to charge a weapon from an unloaded safe position to receiver back, safety off, you're ready. So, and if you have what you call, you can actually, you go back to the base, you empty your weapon, take out the ammunition, whatever it is, with big barrel of sand. They used to call it accidental discharge. Now they call it negligent discharge. And if you screw up, you're sent back immediately. And I was always afraid of doing that. And so what I said, I did keep it with chambered and cocked for that reason. It took 3 seconds, I could be ready if something bad happens. And I was something else that I forgot. Oh well. Something related to that. Oh, the Italian base, they have to have 2 positions. If one goes out, one stays on the base, and one will say getting there. They had to shut down everything. You'd have 2. So the chief of staff asked, can you go out there, stand and help them? Oh, sure. You know, anything the other way. The part, make a good expression, away from the flagpole headquarters, the part of you were away from the flag, more freedom, less over your shoulder, less nosiness, less somebody checking on you. So the part of it from the flagpole was better. I was really far from the flagpole. And what happens, you get a stone mechanism, the people of it. You get a bunch of expert, unofficial chefs making the pizzas. Mostly the ambulance crew, the medical crew. And then you're double board certified, public health and internal medicine, great, PG. And so they had this, and then every Friday, the whole base got pizzas. For the base of Italian paratroopers, so I was sent out to. And then when I left, they assembled the entire force to say goodbye to me. And there's part of it. Wood fire pizzas are a whole base, based on Friday, 4 hours.
That's awesome.
Bricks, don't run through here, you'll see about bricks. I don't know why, I don't know if this is a prejudicial statement, because women have to be hidden from everybody else, where they have walls around the thing. Even in Europe, you have either fences or hedges or things like that. I'm not sure. It may be wrong, but I didn't want to hide the women. Possibly, I'm not sure on that. Anyways, bricks are all over the place, in addition to building the things. Notice these bricks. So I'm coming from Bagram, the main Native American base, Air Force base, like that. And I say, oh, that's kind of neat. What are they? Well, Chinese are they? What are they doing there? There's a pile of coal around there. Well, this is just an idea of what goes on when you don't know the background. Those are brick ovens. What happens, you get a fire going here with coal, you make little passageways, fill this whole thing up for the heated air and such. You come through here, basically you make your bricks out of dry in the sun, open in here at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit for like a couple weeks. Then you make bricks, just build everything else like this goes on in India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Indonesia, things like that. And here there you see a little passageway through it, it goes south and through here. Part of it is that it's called debt bondage. You're desperate. Somebody's sick, you lose your job, you have family to feed, like that. And that's horror. Soldiers get blown up, they get nothing, like that. The people get in the terrorist attacks, the civilians get blown up, there's somebody taking care of you, you're desperate. There's so many kids, begging in the streets, doing like that. One of the things that is little, there's inside your car, a little phone pop like that, and try to get a finger. Like that. And so you're going to get a loan out like that. So then, when 20% of people are literate, so they wouldn't understand the interest rate, they wouldn't credit your payments, they would, I think here the steel mills and the coal mine, you had the company store, the company quarters, and like that, so you never got it, you had almost something left over for your salary as a steel worker, miner, this and that, even before there. You have in years, decades, never got a debt, it even can carry over to the kids. This is it. Half the labor is children making these bricks. It could be like hundreds of thousands of kids in Afghanistan, 23 million in India, 4 million in Pakistan, child labor, what happened? Working in the sun with no water, paid their drink work nearby, working in the full sun, they're rolled in, put off and dry. That's debt bondage, it's modern day slavery. It's like, oh, that's an original thing, then you're told meaning behind that. So, okay. Desperation. Transportation. Okay, the incongruity. here's what I've already done, we usually call them here, the tow truck, take one breaks, I'll get it out of there. But here's the congruity, in the city, you see this mixture. And it works like that, and I won't say anything about it, but life is death, I don't know how the animals react. Here around these ones are not single trucks. Okay, there's a picture here, in the fifties, these trucks had markings on what company they belonged to. Something like they were fancy up a bit, and got carried away, and actually they would spend months of their salary decorate these transfer these trucks. And you go sometimes into thousands, sometimes $10,000. These are movable works of art. Jingle trucks. You see another one. Sometimes the same little chain, no belt hang on, make noise. And that's how I got the idea of jingle trucks. And again, we go see over here we mentioned in a moment. And human power. Now this is how how physical life is. And with that, I think we're going to the mountains. The Italians had this, we had a medcap mission where Italians. And the only got pulled out and hurt because Dan and Mom got in a fight, Jake got in between, they're all three got bloody. They got the board and calm down here, jeez. Coca-Cola. Again, the very big of the chain from the chain from travel this way. Secretary of Defense Gates and Secretary of State Clinton, I think, coming in. That's really an idea of 5%, like 747, an idea of 5 people. See the bridge factor, everything's concerned with your run rate. I'll cope with the outcome. You see a lot of animals in this town. Again, I'll take on the goats and sheep, cleaning up the interest. Garbage collection, pretty much things that get carted around like the sheep and the goats, certain purpose to feed them. Farmers can use it for a meat or something like that, and it also cleans up the area. See them all over. Certain purpose. By university. How to transform our form. My favorite cat. That's chapel. And it says, you know, there's little football games, little games where you have a little roster with little big players like that. I don't think I'm going to be sleeping in one of those. I don't have stores. There are no, I didn't remember ever seeing any big department stores or large stores like that. I don't know if the departments are like that. You do have massive wedding sites, massive wedding halls, and every charts. We have lots of people like that, and you're getting blown up in the check. But everything was basically small stores, all over the place. You know, nowhere on the road between like Boston, the airport space, and Kabul, like that, various other places, all through the whole city of Kabul. You see only small stores like this. I look at your name, you couldn't solve it. It's little regions, little neighborhoods of Kabul, that's our headquarters, showing the things. It's all small little stores like this. You see some of the things they're selling, household goods, things. But yeah, actually, they were there, that's before COVID. And then selling all, there is no telephones, it's all cell phones. And that's why the Taliban said, you will stop transmitting in the dark. There's, they would use communication sometimes, the Afghan police and army, because if you will shut down the cell towers at night, we're going to blow them up. So the cell phones are the only major means of communication. And also they were working on, forget that now, of using like Apple Pay and other things, Google Pay, where you can actually connect your bank account. They're trying to organize that so that the police and the Afghan police, the army will get their own payments that way through cell phones. Because the corruption is horrible. We have fake, 10, I don't know, 100%. We have bunches of people under roads getting paid at buildings where they died a long time ago. And they all took the Christians. It was horrible. That's why we know. Afghanistan was in the top, the lowest by transparency international, the corruption level. It was Afghanistan was with Somalia and North Korea as the worst countries for corruption. And, I mean, like, if I had a kid, I practice, but you see these off the bush, I didn't need to hang. Most days I took myself, there's a couple here I had watched the jingle trucks and. That for sure, there's part of a department store. For a neighborhood like that, for department or harbor neighborhood. We had, when I was going between NATO base and the permit chair, the command center, the national police, we had 3 routes we were taking on. And you have idiots who do the same thing all the time, you know, you've got the terrorists out there or whatever, with the cell phones, hey, we got somebody coming, get ready. And, you know, to kind of, we were safer in our dirty vehicle by ourselves and on convoy. And they alternate groups, duh, you know, maybe we do that, they get blown up. I don't know, again, there's no water around, there's no, forget getting fuel oil or electricity or like that, so you depend on the wood. Oh, unfortunately, by the national NATO base, ISAC base, there was a girl over grocery store to go to that patronize, and I went in here, talked to them, and like, again, being friendly, showing interest.